Good. Hello, everyone. My name is Carlos Reynoso here with Family First Life Tri-State. Welcome to the weekly bullpen where we go over numbers. We encourage people, first-time writers, to see us so they can get better. Where we get the agents also to share stories and about the field, so people can understand more the aspect of the business. Um, well, let's dive right into it. Let's go into the numbers. So month to date, I'm going to give you the top 20s. Jose Graxirena with 21,000. Are you ready this name?
Piotr Okrasa.
Piotr Okrasa with 22,000. Jason Aguilar, 22,000. Caleb Amoros, 22,000. Jesse Parsley, 23,000. Arek Besola, 23,000. Mindy Tibbs, 23,000. If I'm saying your name wrong, please forgive me, okay? Keith McCreary, 24,000. Jerry Taylor, 25,000. John Marcella, 27,000. What's killing it, John? Robert Richmond, 28,000. Nicholas Campbell, 28,000. Wayne Core, 28,000. Len Del Guido, 30,000. Samuel Moberly, 32,000. Jeffrey Boothie, 34,000. JP, Jonathan Persina, 35,000. Matthew Bosch, 40,000. David Pyle, 56,000. And always number one, Stephen Giordano, 64,000. That's month to date. Right. Give him a round, please. Good. Top agencies. We have Shoreline with Frank Doherty, 22,000. Where's Frank? There you go. There, Frank. Carlos Reynoso here, 27,000. Thank you. Daniel Byrne with Legacy, 52,000. Wow. Humble Beginnings, Kyrie Joyner, 53,000. David Pyle, Great Lakes, 43,000. Jersey Parsley, what's this? Avenues, 120,000. Wayne Core, Hidden Gems, 148,000. Caleb Amoros, 159,000. Millie Porcina, La Familia, 189,000. Robert Richmond, 375 with Apex. FFL Central, 435,000. And FFL Universe, Ivan Vedrov, 786,000. Give him a round. Killing it. You guys are killing it. So, some of the things that we want to talk about is why are we doing the bullpen and why is it weekly? Well, we do it to motivate the agents to keep writing. Like I said at the beginning, new agents so they can see the more in depth the business. Also, agents that are already writing, so they won't fall off the way, so they can keep writing, keep growing their group, and excelling with that FFL. Okay. Also, to answer any questions that you may have, either you are an agent or you are taking the test, and also to show how to grow. We're going to take any questions that are from the live personnel, questions from here. If you guys got any questions, please feel free to ask it. Okay, let's go over the numbers then, okay? Here, when we go on the numbers, this is the name of the agent. This is the appointments. That means how many people that agent scheduled to go see at their house, either see or Zoom or whatever the case may be. Seats is how many people they actually sat with. Close is how many people they closed. And apps is how many applications they did on that household. So sometimes sometimes the apps is more than the close. Why? Because you could have, you could have gone into a house, see a person, but then the mother or significant other or whoever decided to also get a policy, so you might have more apps than close. And the premium you multiply whatever they are paying times 12 on the apps, and that gives you the premium. Is that correct, John?
Yep, 12 months in a year.
That's it. So we're gonna go with mine. Mine, I only run 2 days. Had a brand new baby. So you just run 2 days for the last week. So I had 10 appointments. I sat down with 6 people, and I only closed 5 and did 5 applications for a premium of $7,686. Now, if you want to be a good producer, you want to stay between 20 and 30 appointments a week. That's so you can grow in the company and be a full-time worker. Now, if you just want to be a part-time because you have another job or you're just getting into the business, then about 12 to 15 appointments is the part-time basis. John Marcella, he had 20 appointments, 14 sits, 10 close, 13, 19,000. That's for the week.
Wow.
That's done. Oh, shit. John, I want to ask you to come up. I want you to go over the number. I want you to go over the numbers and not share any stories that you want to, tell the group and the people watching us.
Okay. There was about 20 apps, 14 sits, 10 closes. I had a couple of husband and wives in there during the week. Couple of cases do stand out. There was one case, young guy, just lost his wife, just lost his father, just lost his aunt in a matter of 2 months. Yeah, kind of crazy. Single dad, has 3 kids. And he had insurance through his job, but something happened where it fell apart. So he just went out to get another policy. And he mentioned to me as we were in the home face-to-face that he had another policy. And he said actually, when I was doing the app with Mutual of Omaha, he says, "Oh, Mutual of Omaha, I have the policy with them, the policy I was just telling you about." I says, "All right, let's play, bring it out." So he brings it out. It's an accidental policy. He qualifies for anything because he's a very healthy guy. So I mentioned to him, I said, if you have a heart attack, if you die of COVID, your family's not getting paid. And the guy was just like, take it back. So I was able to help him out with that and give him a total view on what insurance is about. And I was able to help him out with that.
So basically, quick question. So basically, you went to the house, and they already had other insurance, but you asked questions, correct?
Of course.
Okay, so you recommend the new agents and the agents that are already on the field to ask those type of questions if they have insurance, if they have money that they want to do an annuity with, et cetera, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I've never written an annuity.
Okay.
I'm lucky I know how to spell annuity. I don't mess with that. I just strictly life.
Gotcha.
It becomes confusing. I went out with Len, I don't know, a few months ago. He helped me with it, and just all this crazy stuff.
Got you.
I'll get that.
When you got to replace the policies that they had,
Yeah, actually, we didn't replace it. I told him, I said, you're paying like $40 a month for this accidental. You work hard, you're always on the go, just keep it. He decided that he was gonna keep it. We just added life insurance to it. But to answer your question, yeah, I mean, every house is different. If it's mortgage, if it's final expense, you always wanna ask what people have. I mean, when I go into an appointment, I'm building a rapport. And I'm just dissecting every aspect of life. Like, who are we writing the check out to when you pass away? And start from there. If it's the kids, if it's the wife, okay. If it's the wife, what is her income gonna look like when you're not here? You know, is she gonna be able to afford staying here? So just the more questions you ask, the more you're gonna learn. And I mentioned last week at the bullpen that I generally like to have people speak. I know there's a lot of agents that like to go in and take total control of the appointment by talking and talking, but you know, God gave me 2 ears and 1 mouth so I could listen twice as much as I speak.
Gotcha.
And by having the people talk to you about their finances, their insurance, their plans, their goals, now you're absorbing it. Like, they're giving you the answer,
Gotcha.
they're telling you, they're selling you the policy. You're not selling them.
True.
You're just kicking back. And
True.
you know, what was my saying last week? How can I help you? So you learn a lot when these people speak, and then from there, it's just a matter of which avenue you're going to go. It's pretty.
What will you say to somebody that is, let's say we have 2 new agents here, okay? What will you say to them to get them started?
First thing, don't worry about 20, 30 appointments a week. Don't stress. Just listen.
That's a good picture.
Listen, it's very simple. The movie Creed, when Rocky's teaching Creed, when he's training it, it's step by step, punch by punch, round by round. The same thing in this business, day by day, week by week, month by month. It's easy to get here. It's easy to do these numbers. It's easy to get, 20,000 a month, 30, 40,000. It is. But you got to start from, all due respect to Andy Garcia, you got to start small. Think, like, when you come in on Monday, I always say, see, like, if all of you people, all of us, were dialing the phones as soon as this meeting is over, and we were just going at it, do you have any idea the energy that would build in the room? How everybody would just feed off each other? So you definitely want to get to a local office on Monday and Thursday. That's first and foremost. I'm not going to guarantee you're going to get your 30 appointments by doing that, but you're going to learn a lot. You're going to be around positive people. You're going to get that energy. You're going to get that feeling, because it's easy to sit home and make appointments, dial for 20 minutes, and then go check to see what's on Netflix. Real easy to do that. I've done it. We all do it. But by being here, you don't have that option. Sometimes, like I was just telling John earlier, I'm just in like I'm in a miserable mood today. I feel like I don't have it, but I'm just listening around, just creating that vibe, and maybe I'll snap out of it by 2, 3 o'clock. We all feed each other. So again, back to what I was saying, step by step, round by round, it's day by day. It's like Monday for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just don't worry about the big numbers. You'll eventually get there, I promise. We do everything in our power to make you win. We really do. I mean, there's so much energy, there's so much positiveness around us, state to state. I mean, coast to coast, border to border, like a lot of people are doing it. And we're hiring agents at a ridiculous pace. So just don't worry about the big numbers. Just worry about the small numbers first, and then build off that.
Good question. I'm a new agent.
You have a new agent?
No, I'm just saying, scenario. I'm a new agent. I start dialing. I'm getting cursed out left and right. I'm getting hung up. I'm discouraged now. What will you advise from you to me?
Well, 90% of this business is negativity. It really is. I mean, 90% of this business is mindset.
Okay, perfect.
10% of it outweighs the mindset. I compare it to baseball. Mike Trout, the best player in the world, he makes out 70% of the time, but yet he still makes $400 million a year or $40 million a year. So the best baseball player makes out 70% of the time. Nobody's going to say yes every call we get, but just know it's like a dog digging for its bone. It's in there. And the more dials, it's a numbers game. I mean, sometimes you're going to do 20, 30 appointments a week. Sometimes you'll do 10, 15. But again, day by day, week by week, month by month. And then eventually, 2 years later, for me, I've been full-time for the last 2.5 years and had a lot of success. So it's a grind. I mean, 90% of it is mindset. 10% is product knowledge. Product knowledge is really, how old are you?
50.
You smoke?
No.
Plan on being cremated or buried?
Cremated.
$34 a month. That's product knowledge. It's like right here. It's in your phone.
Wow.
Don't think. Just do it.
Good. Anything you want to tell the viewers now?
Who was I just talking to?
In closing.
Just stay humble. Again, we're here every Monday and Thursday. Come into the office. Talk to us. I get calls all the time from people all over. Don't try to do it on your own. I tried to do it on my own from 2011 to 2018, and I was all over the place. I failed. Now, I'm just on my way. So just keep grinding. If you could get here on Mondays and Thursdays, if you could get to your local office, definitely do that. Start there. Any questions? Ask a manager, or ask somebody that's sitting next to you. Listen, people are going to hang up on you. People are going to say no. I was married to the same woman 2 times. I have 3 kids. I worked on Wall Street. I know what it's like for people to tell me no. You just got to keep going. Just like Dory says, you just got to keep swimming.
Thank you, John. Thank you. We want to acknowledge first-time writer Andy Garcia with 3,000. Andy, I'm going to bring up Frank Doherty. Come on, Frank. Come up. Give him a hand. You want to go over your numbers and explain a little bit?
Yeah. So I had 21 scheduled and was able to sit down with 7, and I was able to help 4 of them. 2 of the 4 were at 8 o'clock at night. So always go to your last meeting, because if I didn't, that wouldn't have probably been a very good week. One family in particular, so it's 3 mortgage protection and 1 final expense lead. One of the mortgage protections, she was 72 years old, about $150,000 on a first and a second mortgage.
Okay.
So I switched gears when I was there. I wasn't going the traditional mortgage protection route. And the goal was to try to keep her family in the house. So there's now 4 generations in this home. So her parents built the house, she lives there, her daughter lives there, and her granddaughter has special needs. So they wanted to at least give her daughter and the grandchild the option to stay there. So we started talking about critical period coverage. So enough to give, God forbid something happened to her, enough to give the daughter enough runway to grieve and then be able to make a decision that wasn't necessarily based off emotion. And hopefully they could figure out how to stay there, maybe pay the mortgage down a little bit. But it ended up turning into a final expense product. But able to help her. One of the other things I was able to do is between her first and second mortgage, she was at 5.5%.
Okay.
So she's going through it with a refinance with someone that I know, getting the rate down to about, I think, like 3.25%,
Nice.
saving her over $300 a month. The mortgage protection was only costing her $250, so her cash flow is actually better after I left, and her family has more protection. So digging in, using the financial inventory worksheet. That's how you find the opportunities. That's how you provide more value. And then you're selling the value and not just the price.
Good. Frank, I know that you are big into recruiting, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us what platforms do you use to recruit, and why is it important to recruit?
Well, the reason why I find it important to recruit is the level of impact that I can have as an agent myself is about this big. So I can schedule 30 meetings, hopefully sit with 20 and help 10.
Okay.
That's the goal. That's only 10 people per week that I can have an impact on. If I have 10 agents and we're all doing that same thing, we're now impacting 100.
Okay.
So not only am I impacting the agents and helping them help their families, but I'm indirectly helping everyone else that they're able to sit down with as well. So I use Craigslist. Craigslist is, you put a job post on, $25 for a post, stays there for, you have to do it every single week at least once, so make sure it's on the top, but you find great candidates through there. I've used ZipRecruiter, it's great for volume.
Okay.
On ZipRecruiter, I usually have at least 3 postings and I'll rotate them.
Okay.
So I'll change the location in the city 2 times per week, and I'll also change the job description, just to make sure that I'm constantly staying on the top and keeping the volume coming in. Indeed works as well, and then also social media recruiting as well.
Good.
And that's where more of my focus has been
Okay.
over the last 2 months.
Good. When you recruit, right, and they contact you, how do you get them excited about the business? How do you get the people that you recruit excited over the business? You know, because a lot of people, they associate insurance with, you know, harassing people and door knocking, et cetera. How do you, you know, take that away, you know, and tell them the real business?
Yeah, I'll share with them my story. So I started in this business door knocking.
Okay.
That's how I did all my prospecting. I door knocked on someone's house and tried to get them to tell me all of their personal information and write a policy and get them to give me all of their life savings. Really hard. I got my teeth kicked in for years.
Okay.
So I just explained what we do here. You're helping people that ask for the services.
Perfect.
We're not cold calling. We're not door knocking. We're not bugging our friends and family, which I did that too.
Okay.
I trained and mentored agents to do that for a long time too, and it's really hard. Here, all we're doing is we're calling people that ask for help.
Good.
They invite us into their home. We sit down with them. We get them qualified, and as long as you're not a jerk, they'll typically buy. So the biggest part of it is the phone. It's just picking up the phone and doing the work. That's it.
Good. I remember that you know, when I first got started, Mark B was telling me, the best thing about this job is dealing with people, and the worst thing about this job is dealing with people. so you know, you gotta get into your head that you're gonna deal with people, and people got different characters, and sometimes they're gonna be aggressive, sometimes they're gonna be sweet. So you know, just know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, hello, this is weekly pay. Is there anything else you want to share?
No, just do the work. Put your head down. Don't come up for air for a couple of years, and your life will be changed forever. So
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I know I see a lot of new faces. Do you guys have any questions you guys want to ask? We're open for questions.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Writer here too.
First time writer?
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
Wanna come up? Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question from here, okay? You're a first time writer. Tell me a little bit about the experience going into that home and talking to the client. Were you nervous?
I wasn't nervous.
Okay, go ahead.
The phone call was so great that I
Okay.
couldn't wait to actually meet them.
Nice, good. There you go.
And And when I got there, it was like I knew them for my whole life.
Okay,
And I was there for 3 hours.
My first appointment was 3 hours.
Yeah.
We talked forever, and the guy who was training me was so mad. He said, "Look, it was only 300 AP. Talk too long. You gotta."
okay. So you were able to relate then, I'm
I
guessing.
was.
Okay.
I haven't been nervous making the calls because I know from my previous life, I just know you don't take things personal.
Okay,
And they don't know you, they have no idea who you are. So I was totally fine walking into that house. And it's, as we do it, it's the product that I'm not sure about. The more you do it, the more you know.
perfect. So we tell people, at the beginning, yes, you are gonna get frustrated sometimes, and you're gonna have people hanging up on you, et cetera, et cetera. But don't leave the business until you have at least 100 seats, and they make a decision. By then, you'll be fully invested. You're not gonna go anywhere because you're gonna see the rewards of the business, of course. That's what Mark told me when I first started, and that I'm here. I am here. Go ahead.
I do have a question about how much we expect to spend on leads at first.
It depends. John, you want to answer that question?
Yeah, I think it just depends obviously on the agent and how much you want to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's not really just investing in leads. You're investing in yourself saying, hey, if the numbers do work out, if I'm
Correct.
going to spend $1,000 on leads, I'm going to write 10,000. Like, let's get my hand on as many leads as I can.
Correct.
Depends what you have to get started though, really.
Correct.
I think, well, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Go ahead.
I just remember Millie saying the way she hires people now is just how much do you have, how much are you willing to invest in your business to get started?
Okay.
So how much do you have right now to invest in your business? That's what she asked new agents.
Gotcha. So they are brand new. They're getting started. If you were to, give them a word of advice, word of wisdom about buying leads, what would you tell them?
Every business needs fuel, right? I mean, we're a business. I mean, a restaurant's a business. I mean, where would they be if they didn't buy product, if they didn't have staff, if they didn't have furniture, if they didn't pay rent? So instead of doing that up front where you're in the hole 400 grand, you do it week by week.
That's good.
And like Mazzello was saying, or this or that, you don't have to start here. You don't have to start here. You're not going to be there right off the bat, but some are. I mean, of the new list you're reading, I mean, I've been with FFL for a while, and I'm hearing a lot of new names. So that people that were over 20 grand, like I guess last week we were talking about Mindy Tibbs. I mean, killing it right off the bat. I see her on Facebook. People are getting going that fast. That it's obviously attributed to our system.
Good.
Where are some of the best places to get leads?
Yeah, right.
For you guys to get started, yeah. I mean, you get it most bang for your buck in the CRM.
What's that? Let's see.
The corporate website,
Okay.
you'll get set up with that. Whoever your upline, talk to your upline.
Yeah.
The corporate website, I mean, leads as low as like $1,
We always have deals too.
$3, $8. I mean, get those in abundance.
True.
I've heard about like Facebook final expense leads. Somebody said that was.
Those are great.
I don't,
They're just
You know.
20 to 30 bucks a pop. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that when you're seasoned enough that yet again, you're
You're
investing in
gonna
yourself
close
saying,
that.
I'm going to close this.
Yeah.
Like, people need help. They're brand new.
Yeah.
Nobody's worked them. They're great. But for you first week, I wouldn't recommend first week.
Like, yeah, we
That's
might mess
advice
it
that I
up
need,
with
yeah.
inexperience, and that's why I asked, like, we're just starting out, should we wait till we train a little bit longer before we go for, the leads, because you don't want to buy really expensive leads and
No.
they don't.
When
go.
more you-
when your
Or
mother
you wait.
when your mother fell about your bicycle, did you wait until you were ready to ride it, or you ride it and get beat up and then get back on it again?
That one that get beat up all that.
It's the only way to learn. We learn from our failures, not our success. I like to get out there and fail.
Okay.
Any other questions?
What would you say the average number of appointments you get from the average number of leads? Like, what's the percentage?
Well, we'll tell you, and I'm pretty sure everyone will agree here. We want you to stay between 20 and 30 appointments a week. If you are full-time. If you part-time, then 12, 15.
How many calls would that be?
Depends. That's just tricky, right?
That's, if you're calling all 3 to 6 month old leads, you might have to work those a lot harder than brand new mortgage
Correct.
protection rates that just.
And
So, don't worry about how many times you have to pick up the phone, just worry about how many points you do.
Right.
That's
We
it.
give
Worry
you
about that
all
and
the
everything
tools.
else works itself out.
something I say is that we dial Mondays and Thursdays.
Mhm.
But let's say you dialing today, but you don't have enough, you didn't make enough appointments. Dial tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
don't only take Mondays and Thursdays to dial. You know what I mean? If you don't have enough appointments, fill it up. Yeah, do it the next day. And we do it from, what's the best time? The whole day.
Anytime.
And if you don't get an answer, or you're leaving messages, or you get a hang up, would you try that lead again?
This is what I do. This is me personally. If I'm dialing a lead, I call that lead 3 times in a row. Okay? If that person does not answer, then I leave a message. If I leave a message and that person don't answer, then I send a text. But I exhaust all my approaching that lead. You know what I mean? That's what I do. Some people do, something else. And if I'm in that area, I go and door knock. You spend money for that lead, so
Yeah.
you got to work the lead.
Yeah.
And obviously, somebody took the time to fill it out, sent it back, or fill it out on Facebook or wherever the case may be. You know what I mean? So just work the lead. You got to work the lead. Every lead has to be worked. We want to.
Well,
Add something to
I'll
it?
chime in with that by saying, yet again, it's the most powerful thing I heard when I was a brand new agent is if you look at it as a lead, I mean, it is a lead. Somebody filled out their information, and a lead is just somebody looking for what you're offering. But it's also a family. I don't care if I sound corny saying this, because I go in with that mindset all the time that I'm going to treat these people like they're my mom, my dad, my grandparents. I do a lot of final expense, so it is pretty much my grandparents. I've always gotten along with older people, so I love what I do because it's just a way to see them, in abundance. But when you look at it like it's a family, do whatever you can to get in touch with them. Wouldn't you want somebody to do that for your family if they requested information?
I have
So-
one more question.
Go ahead.
About COVID. Now, with COVID, how has everything changed for us? I know maybe some people is not comfortable meeting their home. You got people who are really scared, or maybe whatever. How do we accommodate people?
Okay, I call you, right?
Great question.
Let's say I'm the agent and you're the person, you're the client, and I call you, right? And hey, my name is Carlos, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you tell me, well, there's COVID. I don't want anyone in my house. We're like, listen, no problem. I just got to see your ID through the window of the door, and then I can go back to my car and give you a call, and we can do it like that.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Get creative with it, I
Get
guess.
creative with it.
Yeah,
Get
okay.
creative with it.
Okay.
Some people tell you, listen, let's sit outside.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that at all.
Yeah, I was reading through some of the stuff that I got from Transamerica, because right now I'm contracted with Transamerica and Forest Foods only. And they made it sound like you could do everything remotely through DocuSign. Is that something that we have the option to do or no?
Yes, but
Without any face-to-face?
yes. Now that's some companies do require you to do face-to-face.
Okay.
Me personally, that's just me personally. Some people like doing videos, which is okay.
Yeah.
Me, I like face-to-face. That's just me. That's the agent's prerogative. So depends on the agent, right?
Oh, I agree completely. I mean, it's not that we push people around, but it's harder to push people to fight for their family over the phone.
Right.
Very hard. Very hard, But yeah, when you were, you asking that question, I mean, I haven't been dealing with that a lot lately, where it's like, let's call you from the car, this and that.
Yeah.
It's been months and months and months now. People have softened to it that I show up with the mask, even though
That's it.
I heard so many people in the office saying the same stuff recently. Like, oh, we hate these things. Yeah, we do as agents, because I mean, we.
I just go to the house and, I got my mask. And people are very, people are done with that, with the COVID thing. They just ready to get back to normal. So before, when he started, they were reluctant to invite you to the house. Now they don't care. Come on, come in. You know what I mean? Let's get it going. Go ahead.
When I walk up to the front door, first thing I do is, do I need a mask? 9 out of 10, it's no. You're shaking hands, you're pounding, you're fisting, what are we
Yeah,
doing here?
yeah.
That's my answer, like,
That's
what are we doing?
That's it.
Go off the energy. Go with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Take off your shoes, make yourself at home.
So
I figured you'd still do that.
I do.
Yeah.
9 out of 10, why'd you do that for? My mom and dad.
I hate dog hair. I'm with you though.
just be respectful.
Right.
Whenever you go into a client's house, have your mask just in case they ask you to have a mask. Do take off your shoes.
Make sure you don't have holes.
Do take off your shoes. That shows respect to them, and that they're gonna welcome you, man. People are done with COVID, man. They're so over it. If you want to make your business successful, make sure that you have enough leads. Make sure that you have enough appointments. Make sure that you have people's numbers in case you have a question, and that you can call the company itself, but sometimes there's a waiting, and you can be there for 30 minutes, whatever, instead of just calling and calling a colleague and have the question answered right away. So have enough leads, have enough appointments. Sometimes some agents do double book because you're gonna have, in this business, you're gonna have no shows. So make sure that when you create that appointment, make sure that you tell that person a couple of times, listen, I'm gonna be at your house at 10 a.m. Wednesday. Please make sure that you write it on the calendar so you won't forget. Make sure that you drill it into the head that they have an appointment at 10. That's this time, this date, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you have. Go
Would
ahead.
you normally call, let's say you had an appointment 10 a.m. the next day, would you give them a call, like maybe a half an hour
No.
before that? You don't call to
No.
confirm that? No.
I do not.
Yeah.
You may run the
Yeah.
risk of they say, you know what, I changed my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even we have a rule. We have a non-written rule. Once you make that appointment, that's it. If they call back, don't answer the phone. Don't answer the phone. Just show up. Yeah.
Say no chances. Yeah.
Well, not even that. That's why we got the 48-hour booking rule, really, where our sweet spot is if we're booking Thursday, we want Friday and Saturday. We're not
Correct.
booking for next Thursday.
Correct.
A week for someone to forget about you and or
Correct.
think about it and be like, nah, I worked it all.
Correct.
This big scheme in my head. I don't need this.
What if that's like the only option that they're giving you? They're like,
Oh,
look,
yeah.
I'm leaving tomorrow for a week.
Yeah,
Of course.
then
Make them
book
write it on their
an
calendar.
appointment's an appointment.
Yeah.
But don't remind them, hey, listen, once you book it,
That's
done.
it. Show up.
You got the right to be there.
That's it.
We said
That's it.
That's it.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming to the bullpen. We're doing this every week. We're bringing awareness, to the agents that we are doing this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everything. Thank you, John. And see you next week.
Yeah. Good job, bro.
Yeah, man. That was your start to finish. Wow.